Greetings, I'm John Phillips, and this is Up or Down. Does Casey Anthony deserve her own NBC special interview? Should assisted death be legal? And does the media treat women like accessories to men? All of this and more will be judged with a thumbs up or a thumbs down by our panel. They are Navy veteran and writer for Breitbart.com, Kelly Serio. Right next to her, stand-up comic and PJTV contributor, Stephen Cruiser. And then, of course, right next to me, we have the very fair-minded civil rights defense attorney who you can hear on Talk Radio 790 KABC in Los Angeles, Mr. Leo Terrell. They all have their thumbs ready to go, so let's get started. Our first topic involves a murderous mom, or is she a media magnet? Casey Anthony, who was acquitted of murdering her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee, is in talks with NBC for a primetime interview special. Anthony, whose sources claim is bankrupt, is seeking a large sum payout for her first sit-down interview since being acquitted in 2011. She's been living in Florida trying to live a low-key life, and we're told that she picked NBC because they have people she can relate to after Matt Lauer, of course, stuck a knife in Ann Curry's back. So up or down, would you watch a Casey Anthony interview, Kelly Serio?
I'm going to say no, thumbs down. I just don't see why she deserves it. I mean, it's a tragic story, but in the end of it, I feel like she's a neglectful mother either way. Whatever happened, whether she killed her or not, her daughter's dead because of her, and I just don't see why she deserves that. Where is Kaylee's glory at? You know, why would she get this special?
Cruiser.
Put her on the air. Every parent of a teenage boy in America DVR it and then make their sons watch it so they can see what a woman with bat-you-know-what crazy eyes looks like. And when they go into it, they'll know not to go near this woman with the bat-you-know-what crazy eyes. It'll be a perfect teaching tool. And besides, if we're going to be keeping murderous mothers off the air, you won't be able to interview the Democratic frontrunner for the presidency. So, you know, if you're looking for women who are moms with a body count, then Hillary can't get on the air either. So use this as a teaching tool, John.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to Vigilante Justice. Just heard Cruiser. Look, let me be clear. You know, I'm a lawyer. She was acquitted. Okay, she's been restored all her rights as a citizen. She's negotiating a private deal with NBC to do an interview. She has the right to get paid. So just because we have a dislike towards her, we think the outcome should be different? No. I respect the judicial system, and she got acquitted.
She killed her kid, though, right?
That's your opinion. No, she got acquitted. Okay, now that speaks volumes to me as a lawyer. So the bottom line is, hey, thumbs up. I'm going to watch the interview because you know what? We might learn something more than what we've been told. You know, I was involved in that Simpson case, and one day I might tell you what you may not know about.
He's sitting on some nugget of information,
right.
And here's what he does. He takes that and he does this right in front.
You know what it is? Hillary Clinton killed Nicole Brown. That's what it is. That's what he's sitting on.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying don't drink the Kool-Aid what the public learns. There are so many things that are behind the scenes, especially in the courtroom, that we don't know. I want to see her interview.
I know, but I just have to ask you, how does your child go missing for 31 days and you're not even the one to report it? Like, it's just, to me, it's wrong.
It's wrong, and I want to know how that can happen. I think the interview is going to add more light, but we know one thing. The courtroom is just a snippet of all the evidence. A lot of evidence never gets to the public. We might learn
Who's going to buy ad time during that interview?
I got news for you.
What corporation?
Look, for
Hillary.
If NBC is going to negotiate a deal, they got advertisers lined up because it's must-see TV. She hasn't spoken. I want to know.
Maybe you have to make it interview-specific ads where you have Zales buy time and they say, look,
yes.
You want to get a curry favor with that special someone? You buy Zales jewelry. The next best thing is a rag soaked in chloroform.
I'll tell you, you guys, you know, hey, thank goodness for a lawyer here on the show.
Who's the woman in Phoenix who stabbed her boyfriend 90 zillion times?
God.
What's her name? That one. Get her and Casey Anthony to mud
People
wrestle
need to
and
see
Crazy
this.
Eyes, and then the guys can look and they can learn what to avoid for the rest
Just
of their
have an
lives.
all-killer dancing with the stars. Put her on there with OJ.
Look at that first picture of Casey Anthony we showed you with the eyes.
I'd just like to make a public announcement. She was acquitted.
Look at that. Look at that. She just ate the head of a live chicken right there. She just bit it off and ate it right there.
Can't win.
She's crazy.
What is her attorney going to be there with her? Wani Cochran?
Boy. And her attorney wrote a book, a very successful book. He's a very good lawyer.
Obviously.
All right. We asked our fans on Facebook and Twitter what they had to say, and here's what you said. 72% sound off with a resounding no and don't want to encourage her fame. 11% are saying maybe. saying it all depends on how the interview is handled.
I'm going to be curious about the Nielsen ratings on that because I did with 72% liars.
17%
Yeah,
liars,
it'd be through
by
the
way.
roof.
Right.
Yeah, they're lying.
There we go. All right, let's move on. Topic number 2 involves assisted suicide. Should it be legalized? The California State Senate advanced its proposal to permit terminally ill Californians to end their lives via drugs they can get prescribed by physicians. Inspired by a 29-year-old by the name of Brittany Maynard, she had a battle with terminal cancer. Senator Lois Walk and Senator Bill Monning penned the bill to help terminally ill patients voluntarily end their lives in peace. California will become the 5th state to legalize assisted suicide if the bill passes the Assembly and receives Governor Jerry Brown's approval. The bill would require that the patient make at least 2 requests to the physician, at least 15 days apart, with witnesses there to verify the request. The medication must be self-administered by the patient as well. So up or down, should people be able to kill themselves, Kelly?
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds bad, but I'm going to say thumbs up with very clear-cut legislation to ensure people don't take advantage of the system. I believe people should have the right to live and die freely, and once again, putting myself in those shoes, if I were diagnosed with a terminal illness and I knew I had 3 years to live in misery, then, I mean, it's just another thing to think about.
Cruiser.
Presently, I'd say no, partially on religious grounds for me, obviously, and then also we're reading a lot about this lately, and it's really hard to put in the safeguards in place to make sure people aren't being taken advantage of by family members who want to kind of like, grandma.
Let me ask you this question, though. Suicide is illegal. How do you enforce that?
Suicide's also immoral from my standpoint too, but I don't. That's one of the reasons I'm against it, because to me, suicide is a sin, and I can't really say I'm for it legally. But same reason I'm against capital punishment. But I don't know how you enforce this. There's so many. There aren't enough safeguards in place yet. I think the one place where it's been done in Europe for a long time, where they can do the case studies, is a much smaller population. It's hard to extrapolate from that. The system doesn't seem to have been abused there. But I have a hard time with this one. I still say no.
Big up. I agree with Kelly. This 29-year-old woman is not being exploited. She clearly understands that she does not want to live a life of pain and misery. I saw the interview. This law is patterned after her desire. As you pointed out, the procedures do not create exploitation. Let someone die with dignity. And that is, I support this. Big thumbs up.
After seeing family members just waste away to nothing, from my own personal perspective, if I was diagnosed with a terminal disease where they said there's no way you can survive this and this is the way you're going to go out, I may take that option myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I got an 84-year-old mother. She's okay, but we see the signs of it. It bothers me, makes me upset, emotional, and I think you don't want a loved one to pass away.
Agreed. Now on to our final topic. Does the media treat women as though they're accessories to men? Pop star Ariana Grande sure seems to think so. Talking to social media this past weekend, Grande said, quote, "Having something to say is not the same as having a bad attitude. I'm tired of living in a world where women are mostly referred to as a man's past, present, or future property/possession." 21-year-old Grande went on to say that she does not belong to anyone but myself, and neither do you. So what do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down to what she had to say?
Okay, so thumbs up if I agree, thumbs down if I don't.
Thumbs down if you think women are an accessory.
I don't think they are.
Okay, so down.
Sorry. Okay,
That's
so
slightly
first of all, okay, first of all, I have to point out, her song titles, some of them are boyfriend material, my everything, love me harder. She's upset about how the media is portraying her, but she's singing about who she's dating, who she wants to date. So if you put yourself out there like that, then what kind of questions do you think they're going to ask her?
Blah, 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 blah. The 21-year-old millionaire who's been rich since she was 17, it's whining about, no, she can just shut it and go to the bank and enjoy her life.
She's speaking on behalf of all women, not just her. My gosh, women are exploited.
Speaking on behalf of all attorneys.
Yes, thank you very much. She's talking about all women. She's speaking in the generic form. And yes, she's wealthy, successful, probably making a lot less than her male counterpart at her stage of life. But she's speaking in general. Let's be honest, as a lawyer, women are exploited all the time. I have seen that in employment cases, management, hiring, salaries. all different types of
Especially in
situations.
music. If only that poor Beyonce could start
But if
earning
you
a
do,
buck.
you do have to say though, if she were singing about other things, then she might get asked about other things. Like you're an attorney, right?
I
You
agree.
come on shows to talk about the law, okay? But she sings about boyfriend material.
And the motivation there is to make money, and that's why she sings about it. But her generic theme or principle, I think, holds true.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Women, she says, are always portrayed as accessories to men. Larry Fortinsky and Elizabeth Taylor.
Yes.
Are you telling me that Elizabeth Taylor was Larry Fortinsky's accessory?
Look, he was her boy toy. It was a boy toy. That's why she married that guy. He was a boy toy.
How about Tom Arnold and Roseanne?
I don't know what that is. You better ask Cruiser. I don't know what you call it. Ask Cruiser. You get a one-liner on that one.
K-Fed and Brittany. K-Fed and Brittany about
If you've got the money, if you got the fame, then whoever's with you is your accessory.
Right. That's
my take.
true. That may
Yes.
be true. I go with that.
That's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great weekend.